right, guys, here we go. Round 1 of IPL Fight Club today, and here is our Zerg opponent in the top right corner of the map in the blue. From the team Acer, it is Nerchio. And down at the bottom right part of the map in the teal, or sort of the seafoam green, I suppose you could say, too.
It's true.
From the team NSHS in Korea, it is Jjakji.
All right, so there it is, and we are cross positions on Tal'Darim altar, so...
Suguyo means good job. So
awesome.
Kind of congratulating him in advance for doing a good job in this game, I guess. But
well, we'll see
cool.
how things are going to work out here, as both these players are exceptionally talented. Nerchio actually has a ridiculous win rate right now. He's running at about 67% or 2/3 win rate in all of his matchups right now. Now, of course, that is primarily foreign tournaments, and we never want to take anything away from those. Jjakji, though, is kind of a guy who's a lot of people are going to be gunning for him in the GSL. I mean, he came in, he played really convincingly in November, took out some of the best players in the world to get there, and played just an exceptionally clean brand of Terran.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the one thing that Jjakji is really known for is just his impeccable macro. He just does not miss a beat ever when it comes to building things, making sure to not get supply blocked, being able to multitask. He is certainly one of the best right now, so I hope we get a good dose of that today as we watch him.
All right, so let's see here. It looks like he's actually going to drop down 2 racks up at the front of his wall here right away. Let's see what Nerchio is going to prepare for.
Oh, man.
He is scouting, of course, both the wrong direction, sending out one Overlord to the south. He sends out a drone over to the right. That drone will eventually come down to the bottom right and see exactly what is up.
I just had a piece of dust like fly into my nose. You know that like makes you feel like you're on a like sneeze and stuff, and I was like, no.
But at the very least, you have the worst scratch in your life, and you can't just rub up against the microphone.
I know. Well, we've got great microphones. We can just like lift up the mic, and it turns off.
Yes,
pretty awesome.
These microphones are pretty fantastic, actually.
Quite good.
Okay.
Quite good. So, yeah. So I mean, it looks like Jjakji is going to try to do a little bit of aggression with this. Nerchio, of course, sees it right away. It's not any sort of really fast barracks. It's just kind of some pressure that Nerchio is going to need to consider here. Basically, Jjakji is just kind of trying to keep him honest, make him work a little bit. But I don't think it's anything that Nerchio should really, worry too much about. It's such a long map; he shouldn't have any trouble defending this.
And Nerchio's not worried about going ahead and continuing to put up his gas or anything along those lines. He is pulling a few drones off the line right now. Of course, he will need those to defend, even if there's only just a couple of Marines that are up there. Whoa! Jjakji pulling 4 additional SCVs. He had already sent 1 or 2 out before. 2, it looks like, so 6 are pulled off the line. A bunker going down up at the front. There is a spine crawler on the way. 5 now. Oh, actually, considerably more drones are pulled off the line to take care of this.
And it's really good that he's doing this, too, because you really need to overreact, if anything, to something like this. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Marines there, though, so this could end up being pretty bad. He does already have Lings up, though, so I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, he's actually going to get a great surround.
Oh, very nice.
Very nicely done by Nerchio. And, Jjakji losing some SCVs, but things will probably be about even when we actually look at the worker count right now.
Sure, let's take a look
at that.
Yeah.
12 to 14, so still pretty even. Nerchio is obviously going to be able to catch up in drones rather quickly.
Base.
This is kind of what you call a skill check. You see a lot of top Koreans do this against foreigners when they play them for the first time. They do something a little bit cheesy just to kind of test their opponent's abilities, and kind of based on that, that's how they kind of formulate their game plan here. So Nerchio's still got a little bit to worry about. He's got the spine crawler position, but I don't know. I'd say pass the skill check with flying colors, if you ask me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, we mentioned he's already on 2 base. Jjakji's expansion is just now coming up at the 5.5-minute mark, so that difference in drones is going to be made up very quickly. We also have a queen coming out now. We'll see a second here in just a bit. But, yeah, I think Nerchio's going to be in fine position to defend now. A lot of Marines are continued to be rallied to the front, though. Jjakji just endlessly producing them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, he's still going to want to keep putting on the pressure here. I mean, his command center is going to be a little bit late. He's kind of like, all right, I'll take a little bit of an economic hit just to kind of test you a little bit, see how you react to this. And you can keep putting pressure with Marines on here. Nerchio, though, I kind of like that he's doing the spine crawlers instead of just making a bunch of Zerglings. You see a lot of Zerg players respond with, Zerglings with this, but Nerchio going for, an extra spine crawler instead of just going for 2. Which I think is pretty cool. It's going to be pretty hard for Jjakji to come in and do any sort of damage with this at this point.
Zerglings have to watch out. Ooh, yeah, actually there is. Nerchio gets one of those killed, but now 2 spine crawlers done, a third just about to be finished as well. 2 queens out on the field, and around 6 drones all about to pop up. So
yeah,
back on Jjakji's side of things, he has actually double gassed and is putting up his 3rd racks right now. So we'll see what he moves into in just a bit, but it is going to be pretty bio-focused for a while.
Yeah, I would imagine he's probably going to play a pretty standard Marine tank medevac build against Nerchio. He really excels at it. I mean, he can play a lot of different styles, but when it comes to just basic, solid TVZ, I mean, that's what Jjakji is really, really good at. And this is a pretty good map for doing a lot of harassment with drop play, too. So I think it fits the map really well, and Nerchio's going to have to play kind of spot on, I think, to defend this. We'll have to see.
He does have a lot of drones up now. Another round of 8 just about to pop up, so he'll be on 37 drones. That is a lot of Marines that are already on the field, though, if you think about it. Let's see how Nerchio's going to respond. It looks like with a Baneling nest for right now.
Okay.
And he's taking out the destructible rocks with a few sparelings.
Yep, we'll have to see if Jjakji decides to push up with a few Marines and try to deny that third. It's one of the things you can do when you have so many out here.
And he should see all these units making their way across the map. That is a lot of Marines heading towards his base. He does have another 10 lings started right away.
And this probably isn't going to be a full-on push by Jjakji. It's not lining up with any sort of timing or anything. I think he's just trying to get Nerchio to make some units instead of drones. Just kind of keep him economically. Yeah, see, he's not really moving in or anything like that. He's just trying to prevent Nerchio from making drones. And he turns right around. Great little move by Jjakji.
All right, well, Lair Tech and another 6 drones coming out now for Nerchio, but as you mentioned before, he did produce another 10 lings there in response.
Yep.
Can morph those into Banelings, so as long as he continues creep spread, which he actually hasn't laid down a single creep tumor quite yet this game, I imagine that'll be started here in a bit, though, because he'll need to connect those bases if he wants to defend.
Yeah, he's making that 3rd queen right now, so that may be his creep queen. We will have to see. A little bit of an Overlord scout there. He does see pretty much everything he needs to. Sees the tech lab going and the factory going there. I guess the tech lab's not going, but he does see the factory is producing something out of a tech lab. So it's kind of assume tanks.
Super sweet panda icon right there, it looks like. So
yeah.
I'm in favor of that. Well done, Jjakji. So let's see here. Destructible rocks going down for him as well. Eventually, he will be able to put up his own 3rd base, but that's well underway for Nerchio now. About a quarter of the way done at this point. We do have a Roach Warren following this up with another 9 drones. So he is droning quite effectively, even given his earlier damage that was taken. He's got to watch out, though, because those lings are not long for this world if he runs in.
Yep. I got to say, I'm a little bit surprised about the Roach Warren from Nerchio. I'm not really sure what he's planning to accomplish with that, unless he's trying for some sort of Roach Baneling thing. Well, there's the Infestation Pit. So, yeah, he might be going into kind of Roach Infester, Ultra Ling type of play, but he hasn't really been getting the fast Ling upgrades that you normally see with that. So
sure.
A little bit of a confusing build from Nerchio right now. I wonder if he's kind of unsure a little bit about how to proceed in this game. It's certainly not bad to go for these things, but we'll have to see how it all pans out.
Yeah, Pathogen Glands, Burrow, +1 armor, and Roach Speed all coming up at the same time. We have a 2nd Evolution Chamber being added as well as that base just finishes up, and we'll see some drone transfer here in just a second. So his economy looking pretty good as well, certainly keeping up with his Terran opponent. Looks like Jjakji now going to start committing over to that 3rd base. I don't believe he put up the command center for it yet, though. And we do have, it looks like, a double drop, one right outside of the 3rd, one going right across the middle of the map. Hopefully, I guess he wants Nerchio to react to that one as well, but oh, here comes some units for Jjakji.
Yep, and is he going to pick up the queen? Nice surround by Nerchio, actually, saving that queen. Wow, that drop got smashed.
Yeah,
nice
very
job
well
from Nerchio, yeah. And Jjakji, I'm a little bit surprised that he decided to try to pursue the queen that much instead of just pick up. He could have saved all those Marines, essentially.
Sure. And, Nerchio is still a little bit down in supply right now. And normally at this stage, you'd be like, oh, wow, that is quite a deficit at the moment. Well, do you remember as well, Jjakji's been on 2 base for a very long period of time and producing units that entire length of time. And Nerchio has been really investing in tech as well. So the disparity may be not as bad as it initially seems.
Well, here comes the common 2-base tank Marine timing that you see a lot of Terrans do. Normally it's meant to hit as Spire kind of goes up, but in this case it's going to hit right as the Infestors come out. So with good control, Nerchio should be able to handle this, but we'll see. This is still a really strong push either way. Here come the Lings. Couple nice fungals.
Fungals are going to need to be great, though. It looks like one round of Marines dies, but looks like another one in the main actually doing a considerable amount of damage. A bunch of roaches just about to pop up as those infestors did successfully retreat. They're going to throw out some infested Terrans here in just a second. Nerchio has cleared away the first attack inside of his main. He's still got a few units that are sitting out here. Hopefully these infestors don't get found out, though. That would be devastating for Nerchio.
He would lose all of those pretty quickly. He needs to be very careful. Okay, there's the fungal now on the medevac. He's got the roaches in there as well. And tossing some infested Terrans out to soak some siege tank fire. Doesn't look like he's going to get the medevac, though, and more Marines coming in from behind. Looks like he's still alive here for the moment.
Yes, he is, and reinforcing with a few more units right now. There are a considerable amount of roaches out, though, and yeah, looks like Jakji's going to have to pick up and head back home. He did, of course, finish up a command center in the meantime, so he will expand. However, Nerchio has taken the supply advantage and expanded to as a fourth through that attack.
Yeah, really nice hold from Nerchio. I think Jakji's going to need to kind of pick it up on the drop play and be a little bit more effective with that. Otherwise, Nerchio's in a position where he could just run away. Run away with this game too.
All right, so let's see here. The perfect time there for Nerchio. He does actually find out when the expansion exactly goes down. Bye-bye, Zergling. Doesn't even take out an SCV. He did force a stim out of a bunch of Marines, though, as he positions himself in the middle of the map with quite a few roaches, infestors, and lings. What is he actually going to reinforce? Yeah. Not sure if he's decided to tech. No hive tech quite yet. There's the Spire, though.
He's going to be aggressive at this third base. We'll have to see how well this works out for him. There's a lot of siege tanks there, so I don't know if this is going to be the best time to push in and try to attack. And he may just decide to turn around when he sees all those siege tanks. Yeah, that turret. Okay, he's going to get Jakji to fire on himself. Nice little move with the infestors there.
That's pretty good. Let's see here. He's going to make his way in. The infested Terrans take out all the siege tanks right away. Fungal growth hits all of the reinforcing units. Roaches coming in and just causing havoc at the moment. There's not a lot left over, though. I think Jakji is eventually going to be able to hold this off, but that was still a nice little attack out of Nerchio.
Yeah, really well played by Nerchio. And Jakji needs to lift this command center. I don't know what he's doing here.
No, neither do I. A few more infested Terrans need to pop out. It looks like they are.
He might get that command center.
Okay. Well, let's see. They're pretty high DPS.
Chance. Yeah, he's going to get the command center. The SCVs are not going to get there in time.
Let's see here. Is he reinforcing with any at the moment? Yeah, it looks like a few are finally starting to run
it's
out.
Gonna be really close.
Command center down to 60, 50, 40, starting to be repaired, and it is going to be saved. Wow. But still, Nerchio now up by 30 supply, comfortably on 4 base, denied his opponent's other base. Looks like, I'm sorry, there was a drop that actually ran into Nerchio's base at the same time, but that was actually, the damage was mitigated perfectly. Doesn't look like Nerchio lost much of anything at all.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, Jakji is playing a little bit sloppy this game. He's not really paying attention to things as well as he should. You know, we've seen him lose some stuff to drops.
Yeah.
His push hasn't been too successful, and Nerchio's just made some brilliant moves in this game, too, to capitalize on all of that. So, yeah, Jakji really on the back foot right now.
Yeah.
And this third is going to get denied again, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a few links coming in. It does actually lift off. The links are continuing to make their way through, at least maybe kill the siege tank. Yeah, that goes down, but he's not going to be able to push in and do too much more, of course. All he wanted was to force that command center to lift and a lot of mining time to be lost, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I don't know about that move from Nerchio. He did some damage, but he did lose a lot of Zerglings in the meantime. I don't know if that was quite worth it just to deny mining time for a couple seconds and kill one tank. But it's either way, it's not something that's going to have a huge impact in this game, I think. Going to have to probably cancel this, so we'll see if he gets the links there in time. No, actually doesn't cancel.
Just lost it. Yeah, just lost it. And a few links making their way out now. Jakji picking up right away. One Marine left behind. No. And we'll see if any infestors pop up to Fungal. Looks like they're trying to.
Oh, there's Fungal.
Very nice job. He'll be able to Fungal that one more time here in just a second.
Yeah, it looks like Jakji's kind of just giving up on that drop. Oh, there he tried to run it away. Sometimes you'll see the Terran players just kind of give up on it. They're like, oh, I'm just going to assume that the Zerg is going to Fungal it and end up killing it.
All right, let's see here. Well, Nerchio was able to take advantage of that and save a few more resources, but we have 2 more drops coming in now as Jakji's making his way over to the 12 o'clock position. That looks like that's going to get shut down pretty quickly. We may take out a couple of infestors. We have another drop moving back into this base. Once again, killed, not canceled.
Yeah, Nerchio losing 2 hatcheries there, not that great, but he is going for Greater Spire, and I don't know if Jakji is going to be prepared for that. He hasn't made any Vikings yet, no Ghost Academy, nothing like that. Now, you can kill Broodlords, of course, with Marines. Oh, there's the Ghost Academy. We just saw the shadow of it starting. But you know, is it going to be soon enough? The Greater Spire's finishing just about now, and he's got plenty of Corruptors out.
Wow.
And a decent amount of resources, too. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's going to be a pretty close... it's going to be pretty close. I don't know. We'll have to wait
Definitely.
and see.
And, you know, Jjakji has been contained to these 3 bases for a while. Nerchio is starting to expand like mad, moving off to his 5th base at the moment. Of course, he's been trying to establish a 6th at the same time as well. There's 8 Blue Lords popping up. He is unfortunately supply blocked. Needs to get a couple of Overlords going. That'll buy him the time he needs to accumulate the resources to put up the rest of those units. And, oh, looks like Jjakji's going to move up now as these Blue Lords are morphing. A bunch of units do get bungled. And he's going to have to back away very quickly as those Broodlords finish up.
Yeah, lost a good amount of infestors from that siege tank shot, but he does know about the Broodlords, of course. 15 on the way.
Wow.
Half of them finishing right now, the other half coming soon. 3 Vikings being produced at once for Jjakji, and he will have Ghosts potentially soon, although he doesn't really have the resources to support that right now, Ghosts and Vikings.
Yeah.
So Jjakji is actually going to have a bit of a hard time holding this off.
And Nerchio just really impressing me with his play this game so far. We'll see if he can start to push this home. All those tanks were forced to be unsieged. Of course, they don't want to deal splash damage to their own units there with those as many Broodlings on the ground as there will be here in just a second. Berg's starting to fall down. There are Corruptors with this, so a small group of Vikings should be mitigated pretty well by those Corruptors. Now a few units are starting to make their way up, but they're all clumped. And Fungal Growth starting to chain hit these Marines in the back as the Broodlords are just not really being touched yet.
Yeah, good amount of Corruptors too for Jjakji to handle those Vikings. And I don't think there's really any way for Jjakji to take this game at this point. He's about 70 supply down. It's dropping even as we look at it. Goodbye, Ghost Academy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we can call it right now. Acer.Nerchio going to take
Wow.
game 1 against NSHS.Jjakji.
So good, off to such a
Not
great
bad.
start in this best
Yeah.
of 9. Really, really impressive play, especially considering what had happened at the beginning of the game. So, yeah, Jjakji is going to die here in just a second. He is making a last-ditch drop over here towards the top right-hand corner. Even if that hatchery goes down, though, it's not going to be the biggest deal in the world because Jjakji's only mining base did just fall.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are the Corruptors for? Okay, he only has 1 Corruptor at this point and a couple Infestors left. So maybe Jjakji is thinking that when his Vikings pop up, oh, there are the other Corruptors. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. I think we're going to see Jjakji leave the game pretty soon. I think it's pretty obvious that he can't win this one. GG.
GG.